RevExpo Studio.
Welcome to another episode in our leadership series. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you our special guest, Linda Fisk. She's the CEO of Leadership Global, a multi-award-winning leader, keynote speaker, author, and university professor, dedicated to amplifying and extending the success of other high-caliber business leaders. She is leading a community of unstoppable women, enhancing their leadership blueprint and embracing their power to be the best version of themselves in work and in life. She supports and guides ambitious, creative women to move in the direction of their purpose, their mission, and their dreams, with powerful connections, critical support, practical tools, and valuable resources to show up, speak up, and step up in their careers and personal lives. Prior to this role, Linda was the CEO of Collective 54, successfully launching, growing, and scaling that firm after serving as the global head of brand marketing, public relations, and communications at Susan G. Komen. Linda forged an earlier career as an entrepreneurial and forward-thinking marketing executive on the cutting edge of brand marketing. When Linda served as the global head of marketing for YPO, she developed her passion for bringing inspiring leaders together to create opportunity, discover possibility, and solve problems. Today, we're going to focus on the important topic of women entrepreneurship and touch on trends that we have witnessed in the post-pandemic environment. Welcome, Linda. It's a great pleasure to have you here today. And I think you hit on a lot of major global trends that have been highlighted over the last few months. You have a global organization, so you've highlighted a few stats that are US, others that are international. Can you also talk about other drivers internationally that you think have been impacting women entrepreneurship? For instance, the hyper digitalization and global workforce that we're experiencing.
There are so many drivers to creating this new surge in entrepreneurship. And some of that is also the reduction of some of the barriers to opportunity that we're seeing around the world. Now, I will say that women around the world, and especially in the US, still say that their biggest concern is access to capital. And while women entrepreneurs believe that their access to capital has improved over the past 10 years, nearly 60% say that they don't have the same access to capital as men who are business owners. In fact, only 34% of women actually believe that they will eventually, at some point, gain equal access to capital. And what that means is that most women don't feel they'll ever have an equal playing field. And so what we see around the world is that women are not receiving the financial support from investors and VCs that they need to get their business off the ground. And this is backed by a growing body of research, including a Columbia Business School study that found that female-led ventures are, get this, 63% less likely to receive venture capital funding. And that's in spite of the fact that when female-led ventures do receive funding, they are just as likely to achieve exit outcomes through IPOs or acquisitions. They're incredibly profitable. So what we find is that women-led businesses still don't have access to the same opportunities and same capital as men. And in fact, they're on track to fare even worse since the pandemic as before the pandemic. So that is a concern. And even loan approval rates for female entrepreneurs is more than 20% less than it is for men. So access to capital is still crucial for any small business growth trajectory. And it seems like not as accessible for women.
Actually, we just through the WBF Entrepreneurship Network were able to publish a recent report from 35 countries that showed exactly same data set, that women still felt that although there's more awareness and more advocacy and they've been encouraged to apply, but still being able to secure funds is still not always successful. And then definitely, even if they had seed funding, the next level to sustain that kind of funding required to scale the business is not always there. So yeah, like you said, we have done huge strides, but we need to continue to push because there are further gaps that we need to bridge.
Trustworthy businesswomen in this world. It's absolutely vital for society as a whole to ensure that women get equal access to do great things. So I know you know that for minority women entrepreneurs, the issues are further exacerbated. You know, Black women own 1.5 million businesses just in the USA alone that generate about $44 billion per year. But Black females only get 0.2% of venture capital investment dollars. So there is both unintentional and intentional discrimination at play that limits access that women entrepreneurs have to funding. And I got to tell you, it is clear that a greater push needs to be made to break down the barriers. Investors, lenders, and other financial firms need greater education on the potential of women to improve the business world, to be able to thrive in the business world. And I feel like it's up to us as women to gain the skills necessary to help these financial firms understand our potential as women entrepreneurs.
RevExpo Consulting Xstudio.